Jumping right into racket number one. Zillow pauses home buying as tech-powered flipping hits snag. This came out over the weekend. I was shocked to see it. They were pushing ahead very aggressively.
Fast.
We just did a recent episode on the fact that they're not only buying homes, but they're buying them significantly over value. Right. Maybe they're like, wait a minute, we just bought 1,000 homes over market value.
They did. I think they did more than that. What's the number on there?
Well, they bought 3,800
the last quarter.
In the second quarter. I don't know how many they bought in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were still buying in quarter three.
Mm-hmm.
But the email says the iBuyer operation has hit capacity for 2021. They're taking a break.
They're gobbling so much shit up that they're pausing. Pretty much.
They are taking a break. They acquired the 3,800 in quarter two, but they're going to stop pursuing new purchases for the remainder of the year as it works through this backlog of properties it already has in its pipeline. They said, we're operating within a labor and supply constrained economy inside a competitive real estate market, both of which we've talked about a bunch,
right?
Especially in the construction, renovation, and closing spaces. Jeremy Waxman, Zillow's chief operating officer, said in a statement, we have not been exempt from these market and capacity issues. Now have an operational backlog for renovations and closing. You talk about renovations. You got to know some people in those. We talk about the last mile, things that you can do.
You got to kiss some major ass.
As a real estate professional that Zillow can't do, it's know and take care of the contractors in your market, right? You can do that and Zillow can't. They're just going around trying to get prices and get people to work.
I'll tell you though, the thing that we're finding though the most is you could probably find a contractor. It's just that contractor can't find enough people to like not just show up to work, but to continue to show up for work. I mean, they're coming for a day or two and then leaving. And certain
supplies on our investment. How long ago did we order cabinets, and what will the cabinet run be? How long?
Well, so that was a little bit of a different issue because we did order Fabi Wood, and Fabi Wood shuts down for the month of September because they're a Jewish-based company.
The whole month, though?
Yes, because there's a lot of Jewish holidays. Usually they're at 3 weeks, but we're probably I think we were closer to 5 or 6 because of that. But again, other companies though, I mean, you're looking at least 12 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we know on 66 High Street, the development we have, some people are waiting months. 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's taking forever.
You got all kinds of issues there. Now, if you go back to a recent Real Word,
then you go to like Sherwin-Williams, they don't even have paint. Yeah. They don't even have paint at Sherwin-Williams.
Which episode was that we talked about?
Not long ago.
It wasn't long ago. Okay, so 193. You just go back 2 episodes. We're talking about...
You talk about your friend? Is that the episode talked about your friend?
Yeah. We talk about the friend. We talk about that TikToker.
Good thing they closed those out.
TikToker just went viral for that whole thing talking about Zillow driving up prices. They have been in quarter 3. We know because we covered it here in episode 193. You got to go check that episode out where they're not driving prices up, but they were paying more money, significantly more money. The 2 houses I talked about in San Antonio for the home than what it was worth, $40,000 or $50,000 for more than what any of the comps in the neighborhood would go for. And now all of a sudden they're completely pausing. So it is a little interesting because it's like they were so aggressive with their purchases that they were willing to pay over market value. So I'm like, you know what? They're building brand trust. They're building loyalty here. They're doing this and they know something now that we don't know. Now it looks like they didn't know maybe what their plan was for the year.
Or they didn't realize how difficult it was really going to be to get these things renovated.
That they certainly
but that's
probably
mind-blowing.
Had an issue
mean, turn on the Today Show and like you'll see all the crates sitting out in the ocean. I mean, did they just did they take the amount of capital for granted? Like we'll be able to push our way through those little problems. This is why real estate. Well, but it's interesting though too.
Very local too.
For that, but it also is kind of telling. And again, it kind of goes with the next racket that we're talking about. Like a lot of people were just grabbing. So they clearly were falling into the grab, buy.
I don't like buying 3,800 homes and planning to flip them all. That's a really bad strategy because there's so many things. Obviously, you're in 3,800 locations trying to get 3,800 contractors potentially. You have market conditions that can change. We're still in a low inventory market, so that shouldn't hurt them really too bad. But I like the buying and hold. BlackRock, what they're doing, just buying single family homes at scale and holding them is a better plan. It's probably even more predictable for your investors, right? For your shareholders.
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why they're pausing to see what is their next.
Yeah, maybe they're going to get into the rental. That would be a total shift, though, from what they've said in the past. I don't know. I thought they were going all in on this move right now to really ramp up to potentially opening up brokerages in some of these communities. So now they're taking a step back. I'm shocked. I think it's a little bit of a racket. I think Zillow is still the clear beast. The stock is down into a really interesting level that you may want to get in and start buying again. I got back in when it was like hit 85 recently.
Yeah, tell Whitey.
Yeah,
Have him start grabbing.
I like the Zillow stock again. But because I think where they're going long term, they're not going to lose 3 out of 4 buyers using their app anytime soon. So, but this is definitely a red flag in terms of what their plan is with buying all of these homes. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this short clip from The Real World, click here for another one.
Or if you like the full episode, click here.